Be warned, this video will contain spoilers. In The Rookie Season 7, Episode 17, something big shifts the dynamic between Lucy and Tim in a way that fans have been waiting for since their breakup. And it's not just a personal moment, it's a professional one. Lucy officially passes the sergeant's exam, and not only does she pass it, but she aces it. This is huge, not just for her character development, but for what it means for her and Tim going forward. Remember earlier in the season, she was laser-focused on leveling up within the lab? That ambition was made crystal clear, and this promotion feels like the culmination of everything she's been working towards since Season 1. But the key moment in this episode isn't just about the win, it's about how it happens. When the exam results are posted, Lucy's anxiety is so real she can't even bring herself to look at the list. So what does she do? She turns to Tim. That gesture says a lot. Despite the emotional distance between them since the breakup, Tim is still her person. He doesn't just say yes and hand her the answer either. He nudges her to do it herself. And when she finally looks and sees her name right at the top, there's this incredible mix of pride and vulnerability. She's earned it. And so has this moment. This isn't a fluke, and it's not a shortcut to reunite her with Tim. It's a legitimate career milestone. But it also happens to eliminate one of the biggest roadblocks between them. If you think back to Season 5, the power imbalance in their professional lives was one of the key reasons their relationship had to end, or at least be paused. Tim was Lucy's superior, and that meant all kinds of complications when it came to dating. Even when they tried to work around it with Tim transferring to Metro, it felt like a patch, not a permanent solution. But now, Lucy's promotion to sergeant puts them on equal footing. She's no longer the subordinate. She's her own leader now. The playing field has changed, and it's done so in a way that the show has clearly been building toward. That said, this doesn't mean they're suddenly going to fall into each other's arms. This is The Rookie, not a rom-com, and the writers have always taken their time with Chenford's journey. The emotional baggage is still there. Tim broke things off because of his mental health struggles, and while we know he's been getting help, the root of their breakup hasn't just disappeared. They haven't had that big, raw, necessary conversation yet. The one where they lay everything out and figure out what went wrong, what they both want, and how they can move forward in a healthy way. Without that, a reunion would be premature, even with the power dynamic resolved. But if you're a Chenford fan, this episode is still a massive win. Because for the first time in a long time, the show isn't just giving you hope, it's giving you reason to believe. Lucy's earned her stripes. Tim's doing the work on himself. The structural barriers are gone. Now, all that's left is for them to take that leap emotionally. And with the season finale approaching, don't be surprised if that much-needed conversation finally happens. Not as fan service, but as the next honest chapter in a relationship that's always been more about growth than easy resolutions. What did you think about Lucy finally becoming a sergeant? Do you think this sets the stage for a Chenford reunion? Or are there still too many emotional wounds left to heal? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about what really needs to happen before Lucy and Tim can find their way back to each other.